Well, now, up to 13 people have been killed during violent clashes after Israeli forces opened fire on Palestinians protesting against the founding of the Israeli state. Lebanon's army said it was on maximum alert after 10 people were shot dead and more than 100 were wounded. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he'd ordered his forces to act with maximum restraint, but was determined to protect his country's sovereignty. Israeli troops fired on crowds trying to surge across the frontier at several flashpoints on the Lebanese border, at the Golan Heights and along the disputed frontier with Syria and within the Palestinian territories of Gaza and the West Bank. Here's Carl Dinnan.
This is how it goes in Gaza. A man on the left throws something at Israeli soldiers. The boy on the wall took the responding bullet. It's in his lower leg. He was lucky. One person was killed and another 60 injured in Gaza today. This is how it goes on the West Bank. The sign above their heads looks bitterly ironic. For Palestinians, this is the day of the Nakba, the catastrophe, when they mark the foundation of the Israeli state. Dozens of Palestinians were wounded in the West Bank after a march on an Israeli checkpoint. In Tel Aviv, an Israeli man was killed after a truck drove into a group of pedestrians. Police are investigating the motives of the Arab-Israeli driver. There was also significant trouble on Israel's borders. On the Golan Heights, thousands of Palestinian refugees approached Israel from the Syrian side. Israeli troops opened fire. Two Syrian citizens were killed by the Israelis, according to local TV. Of course, that's far fewer than the Syrians themselves have killed in recent weeks. The Israelis say Syria orchestrated this.
The Syrian regime is intentionally attempting to divert the world's attention away from their brutal crackdown on their own civilians to the incitement on Israel's northern border.
There was also trouble on Israel's frontier with Lebanon, where a crowd approached the border and threw rocks. Again, Israeli forces replied with bullets. 10 people were reportedly killed here and another 100 injured. Perhaps it is the newfound unity amongst Palestinians. Perhaps it is Syria looking for a distraction from its domestic problems. But these are potentially dangerous sparks along Israel's volatile frontiers.